Hello, my name is Michael. I'm a 54-year-old musician living in New York City with decreasing debt, increasing wealth, and an eye toward financial freedom. This is Midlife Money Moves, where I am documenting the process of turning things around in time for retirement. Hello. This is an expense report, spending report for the third week of April 2024. Let's just go right into it. It's spring break. I have such an easy week. It's like 10:30. I was like, might as well just go on, get this video done. I don't think I have a lot to say in this though. All right. I'm going to stop tracking this sleep time because I just could not be bothered. To tell you the truth, I'm working on it. Let's see how it goes. All right. So everything good? Okay. This business income looks pretty high. This is kind of what I'm anticipating getting. There's a lot of, if you've been watching for a while, you know that most of my income comes from teaching. I run my own business as a piano teacher, and what else do I do? Like preschool music classes. So those schools where I do those preschool classes typically pay me at the end of the month. And then some of them paid me in the beginning of this month for last month. So that's why this looks a little higher than usual. By around $1,000 really. I moved some money from my emergency fund into my account. Hopefully I can move it back. We'll talk about why in a second. The future card. Should I stop saying that I really need to do a review of this debit card that rewards you for making environmentally friendly purchases? I got to do it. This is the week. I'll do it this week because I have time. All right, done and done. Ascend is a website that helps with referrals and kind of gives guidance in terms of debt, payoff, bankruptcy, etc. They are great. I was a little bit suspicious of them because it's, that debt stuff. Typically, I feel like I don't know. I just always feel like they're trying to cheat you. But this is actually really good. And I did an interview. They wanted to talk to someone who had used their website and referral things, but hadn't appeared to use any of their services. So they wanted to find out why. It turned out I was talking to the COO of the company. Did I tell you about this already? His name is Justin. And he was really nice and gave me some great advice. And I realized they're a really good company. From what I could tell, they seem really interested in helping people. So that's cool. Anyway, so they paid me $25 to be interviewed. And to talk about my experience. So there you go. So this is kind of a great income for this month, keeping in mind that a little over 1,000 of it came in payment from last month. Should have been in last month's income. All right. So let's scroll on down. I paid precisely $34 in subway rides, which is exactly right. This really, when you think about it, I really paid like $29 because this future card gives me a bonus every time I hit. Gives me $5 back every time I hit 12 rides in a week. So, and then plus 10% cash back. So that's like, is that right? No, $3.40. Is that 10% of three? Yeah. So I got really $8.40 off of this. So whatever that amounts to. But I'm not taking it out there. I'm just showing it as income up here. This IRS payment, this is kind of what caused the problem and why I took money out of my emergency fund. If you're new here, welcome. I am rolling in toward filing bankruptcy probably in the next month or so. And I didn't get this payment to the IRS turned off in time. So I had budgeted as if I wasn't going to make this payment this month since this is debt that's going to be discharged in the bankruptcy. But I called and by the time I called, I was putting it off. I talked about this already. It went through. They said, well, it's too late for us to cancel this one that's going to go through in a few days. That's fine. All right. This New York State $100 payment toward my back state taxes, which I think I may just pay off next month. Because that won't be discharged in the bankruptcy. And I don't know. I'm going to wait and talk to my attorney, who I will be retaining in the beginning of May. What's really happening? Okay. I'm just sort of, as we go, seeing if I left anything out. I'm talking in this voice. Why am I talking like this? Groceries, $172.52, which still had me under budget. I went over budget this morning. I just did a Costco order, but it was around $150. So that'll be my groceries for the rest of the month. Household. There's some household in here. I haven't been doing my grocery audits. I could do it this week. I want to get back to it, but yeah, I don't know. But everything still feels a little overwhelming. So I'm just sort of like, okay, that doesn't feel like I want to do that right now. Because there's a lot kind of cooking. So there's a lot cooking in my financial world, and things feel kind of yucky in a lot of ways because of the bankruptcy and not paying things that I'm used to making sure I pay on time, and everything feels weird, and I'm just going to take care of myself. I got some treats for my cat, so he will stop meowing at me. Tigger, who is lovely, still under budget. I don't think, this is it. This is all I'm going to spend this month. Next month, I'm probably going to have to spend a lot on getting his food, but I think I usually budget $80, which will actually probably happen more than that. It's probably close to $100 because he's on prescription cat food. Maybe this is a good time to look and see if I can get it less expensive somewhere. Okay, so boyfriend time. I spent less than $20, which is pretty great, considering we had a great weekend. I don't want to spend... I'm always cautious about sharing other people's business, especially his, because he is... he's not as excited about sharing every detail of his life on the internet like I am. So, in fact, he doesn't like doing that. So, but we did get to go see Cabaret, the opening night of Cabaret. It's really good on Broadway. It's really good. So considering that was our event and there was like a party and all this kind of stuff, and I only spent $19.47 because they didn't have anything vegan at any of the things. So I got food in between the show and the party. Okay, yeah. I spent a lot last week and I can't remember why. Feel free to refer to my previous video. Eat out. I got takeout again. This habit is coming back. It's not coming back. I started kind of excusing takeout last month, because getting into this place of filing bankruptcy is kind of heavy, and I'm having some feelings. And when I have feelings, I like to just hide and not do anything. So that's where this takeout is coming from. That said, that way of thinking is kind of part of how I got to this place where I am having to file bankruptcy. So I gotta, I think I said a couple weeks ago, like, it's time to stop making excuses about this. I don't need to do this. So I'm that's okay. Not beating myself up, but this is an expense. What I spend, $56.14. Didn't need to spend that. Especially when the budget is $20. That allows for like one takeout meal, which is fine. Coffee is going great. Yeah, I've been making a lot of coffee at home. Okay, and this, so the rest of this dental expense happened. $830. I got a crown. I was getting this done at the School of Dentistry at NYU. Didn't have a great experience, and so I finally was like, you know what? I'm going to a dentist, and it's going to be more expensive, and that's okay. I missed a lot of work last few weeks because of how inconsistent and unreliable it can be to go to a dental school, and rightfully so. It's a dental school, and it would have cost this $650 to get the crown. But I got a cleaning and this crown put in, and you know what? I just go to a dentist now. And I have more dental work to do. You'll see in the business side, I'm paying for like a supplemental dental insurance that'll kick in and cover some of this stuff. So I'm not spending as much as I get the rest of my dental work done. But I got to get this done. Like, I really want to get things fixed, like my teeth. I want to get an emergency fund. I want to get this bankruptcy covered. I want to start, I've been for a long time living my life like, well, it's just what you can get. I don't know why. I think this whole kind of like mindset of like, oh, you're an artist, you're going to be broke. Well, no. I was broke in a lot of ways, and I'm still broke in a lot of ways because I decided I was going to be broke and there was no other option. And I decided I was going to have to suffer through like going to a dental school because somehow I don't know. I don't want to So I'm rethinking things and like realizing like, oh, I was saving money on this dental stuff, but it was costing me money because of, like I never had enough of a handle on my money to even see that I was being, any of this. But it was costing me money to go to this place. There's a crown that has to be redone that I had done at the dental school like a couple years ago. So the work isn't good. It's you can't anticipate how long you're going to be there for any appointment, which causes me to miss my teaching and cancel lessons on people. I'm a little heated. I sent an email to the dean of the school just explaining my whole process, and they were very apologetic. So maybe they'll fix it, but there's only so much they can fix. It's a dental school, and that's part of the deal, right? But yeah, anyway, that's that. So it was an expensive week because of this $825 and this $830. I had to take money out of my emergency fund. What did I take out? $620. I think I'll be able to put at least most of that back at the end of the month. Because if I look down here, everything's accounted for. Like, because I'm not credit card floating, like I could really rely on these numbers. And I built this in. I put this in here. So everything should be okay. Like I should be able to put this stuff back and be all right. Right? So I should be able to put that money back in my emergency fund. Okay. Well, am I missing something here? I'll find out at the end of the month. All right. So that's my personal budget. I run a separate budget for my business. I have a business account, a business budget, all that kind of stuff. And I'm starting to really look at what an S-Corp might look like if it might save me some money in taxes. More will be revealed on that. So yeah, expected income. I always just put this expected income back here. Patreon was a little less, but I noticed yesterday there's 77 cents still in there. It'll just get transferred out later. I earned 6 cents on my business bank account, my business savings. Anything else I missed here? I don't think so. All right, so week 3, this Delta Dental, I signed up for this dentist, this insurance, dental insurance, and you have to pay for 2 months in advance. It's going to be $48.48 every month, which is an interesting number, starting in June. And like I said, it's going to cover, like I have some fillings I need to get done. It's going to help make that cheaper. Honestly, I didn't run the numbers on this. But if it helps me get to the dentist more often, like I want to get good at doing this stuff, like taking care of myself. So I'm running the numbers on all this stuff. So we'll see. I'll have a better picture of that. Maybe just after a year of this, because I have some implants and things that I want to get done because I'm missing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teeth. And one of the things I'm doing next month is getting like an insert to kind of, so I don't have to feel self-conscious about smiling. But I'm ready to, come on, let's go. Let's get the teeth fixed. Let's be like, I want to be able to show up in the world without feeling like a flawed person. We're all flawed people, of course, but I don't want to be just living this life of acting as if I don't deserve to be taken care of, to have my needs met. So I'm ready to like get this shit worked out. Sorry for the brown word. All right. So I also am paying for this vision insurance, which helped me a lot, made my contact lenses much less expensive. And I want to get some glasses. My glasses are like probably almost 10 years old. So I have contacts, which I wear most of the time. But when I wear my glasses, it's just ridiculous. Like, I should be able to get new glasses. So that's going to happen at some point this year. I guess I really am just sick of playing small. Like, I don't deserve to have this basic stuff. Like, I don't know if I was literally thinking I don't deserve it, but I think it's kind of a esteem issue, where now I'm like, no, get some class, like get your teeth fixed, make it happen. And now that like putting money in place really helps, getting mental health care really helps. I don't have to pay for, I don't think I talk about that enough. Like, one of the things that has really changed for me in the last year is that I got on top of, like my mental health. Like, I have ADHD, I have depression, and both of those things make it difficult to stay consistent with getting my meds and having a therapist and having a psychiatrist. So I finally kind of figured out how to get my insurance through the exchange in New York State. And I found a clinic that has all of those things under the same roof, where I can set up my appointments and change them on the internet. All these things make my life easier and make it so easy for me to stay consistent with staying on my medication and all the things that help me look at this stuff, get it in place, and then like, okay, so now I'm not just panicking about my electric bill. It's paid and I'm caught up. So now what's next? What's the next thing I can put in place? So thank you to Samuel's Clinic in Mount Sinai. Thank you to New York State for making it easy-ish to get health insurance. So yeah, those things I think are really not talked about enough. I didn't even know I was going to go on this kind of little tirade here. But it's not like talked about enough. And for the longest time I thought, oh, you're just a mess with money. You're bad with money. Well, yeah, but like here it's a symptom of some other issues that I have a hard time staying on top of getting treated. Woo, it's really going, I'm going for it today. All right, so miscellaneous software. This is just like various stuff. One of these things was YouTube TV, which I have now turned off because RuPaul's Drag Race season ended. It was a great season. I just subscribed because just let's not even talk about it. It's just much easier to make sure. My boyfriend and I have different way of wanting to watch that, and it just made it a lot easier to be like, you know what, YouTube TV, I don't like a lot of like, oh, we got to log into this. Wait, which app was it that we watched it on? YouTube TV, it's expensive, but I could just have it recorded or watch it when it comes on. Done and done. Season's over, turned it off. It's not going to be in next month's budget. Okay. Apple subscriptions. This was Apple Care, something like that. I spent a lot of money on sheet music and books for my students. We're working on recital pieces. We're going to have a recital in June. So I've been kind of getting new music for people, stocking up my own library, getting books for other kids, that kind of stuff. And I'm continuing. I have a plan for how I'm going to do this differently next year, because it's hard to remember to charge families for it. It's annoying to kind of have to ask them. I think I'm just going to increase my rates and have supplies included for next year. And that's it. That's all I spent money. You know what? I took money out of my business savings too. I should put that here. Because I kind of was like, it takes 6 months for the insurance to kick in, the dental insurance. And I was like, I got to turn this on right now. So as soon as possible, I can start making use of this insurance. I think they just are avoiding people signing up for insurance, using it, and they're like, okay, sorry, bye. And not doing a full year, which makes sense. So anyway, that was my business breakdown and my personal breakdown of my budgets and my spending from last week. One more week to go. I think I'm going to wind up probably spending some money tonight on boyfriend time. But other than that, it looks like it's going to be a pretty inexpensive week. So one thing I want to throw out, my YNAB videos do better than any other video that I do. But I only really do like a videoable YNAB assigning once a month at the beginning of the month when I get that chunk of change, or like at the very end of the month and then again at the beginning of the month, which just seems weird. Maybe I'll do it. Like, do you want to see that? Like, I was trying to think of how I could do more YNAB videos because I like sharing about that stuff too. And maybe doing something like, just like, okay, so, I do a lot. I'm in YNAB every day. I'm always, every morning, probably 6 days a week, I reconcile my accounts. And there's a lot of like moving money around and assigning it different places, covering this and that throughout the month because of how my money comes in. Should I just do little videos of sharing like, okay, so this is kind of a bigger day of having to shift things around to cover something. So here it is. Those little like, they just feel very, not sketchy. They just feel very like off the cuff, I guess. You want to see a video like that? Maybe I could double up or something, but that could be interesting. Anyway, that was a longer video than expected. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. You could click the like button if you like the video. And there's also, you could leave, I enabled like the super comments or super likes and stuff. No high expectations for that. But if you want to check it out, you could like leave like a tip or something. Is that, I haven't even really looked at what it is. So just know that that's available if you want to. I am getting so much out of doing these videos. I don't need you to do that if you don't want to. But if you want to, that's great too. I'll throw it right here in this mix. Thanks for watching this, and thanks for hearing my little rant. Was that a rant? A rant and awareness? I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.